Right, so Karl, straight into it today, and I just
Yeah.
want to point out, good way to start the episode. I forgot that Slugma had that name, and I just opened up our Pokemon page and thought it said Bukkake, and went, well then, what
we were
were
clearly
we up to last time?
a specific frame. If you don't know what it is, ask your parents.
Oh god, no. I had my mum ask me what that was.
Oh, was it? Were you playing Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah, Cards Against Humanity, and it's like, well, I don't know what this card means. And me and my sisters had to sit there like, oh no.
Yeah.
It was a rough day.
It's when a man, a woman, and 7 other men love each other very much. There we go.
That's a good way to explain it, Karl.
Yeah, Wooper. Do you really have to surf across this gym?
Well, it's Quagsire, first of all. But I do love Wooper. Wooper was in my dream last night. I don't know why, and I don't know in what context. But I've just been reminded that Wooper was in my dream last night.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say I was reminded that Wooper exists.
No, I just remembered. For some reason, Wooper was in my dreams. I was thinking about him, Karl. Oh,
His dream.
So we were wrong. It isn't just walk into this gym.
Oh, is she somewhere else?
So they actually put some effort in on this one.
Well,
of course they did, because it's Misty. Yeah. Right.
So where is she?
I guess in the power plant then.
Oh, fighting Zapdos.
So it was just like the first person that I spoke to when I came outside of the gym mentioned the power plant and some shady figure.
Is the shady figure with Giovanni? Because isn't he like involved in this like story somehow?
I can't remember, you know. So yeah, another person talking about the power plant at the end of Route 9. It's like, well, oh, Nugget Bridge. Oh, no nuggets on Nugget Bridge.
I think they'd be here, wouldn't they?
Just, can you leave us alone?
I hate when they do that.
But to be fair, that's a very rational thing to say.
Oh, right, I thought they were stopping you going across the bridge doing it. Because I hate when, like, RPGs, it's like, you're not allowed to cross here because this is my bridge. It's like, fuck you, I can go where I want.
Oh, yeah, I hate that one. But when I just go up to 2 strangers and they go, like, can you go away? Like, can you leave us alone, please, sir?
Ah, Weeping Bell. See why we can't get leaf stones.
It's true. You know, fuck it, it's not worth the XP.
It's not 14 XP.
Level 14. It's not worth fighting a grass type with a grass type when they're level 40. I can't be arsed.
It's like, what is the balancing in this game?
It's wacky, that's what I'll tell you.
It is weird. It's like that. Speaking of that trope though, like you're not allowed past here because random strange says so. Is it ever been worse than in? Is it Black and White? Whereas that guy, look, sorry, you can't go past here because the power's out, and you can clearly see that the lights are on, and then you have NPCs walking past him while you're having that conversation.
That was Lumio City in Pokemon X and Y, I believe.
Oh, X and Y, not Black and White. And you can see that lights are on behind him, and that the NPCs walk past. It's like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah. It's like, oh god. So I get it, Nintendo, you want to gatekeep, but make it at least a little bit believable. When, you know, in other games, it's like Pokemon have got, you know, you got a couple of the, like, construction workers and a couple of signs in the way, and they're like, well, you know what, we're doing construction.
Or sometimes Team Rocket's just there, and like, no, you're not allowed past, we're fucking Team Rocket and we're evil. It's like,
exactly.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I can understand that when it's where Team Rocket will beat the shit out of you if you try it.
Child.
Like a small child,
Or when you have like, was it the nerds having an argument? Sorry, we're arguing over who gets to keep. Well, that nerd is like, I found 2 fossils, and you beat him up and give him like,
yeah.
Like, give me one of your fossils, dickhead.
Pokemon love it. I'm second. Oh, so this is the equivalent of Nugget Bridge.
Okay. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan. Because it's not as good as the Nugget Bridge, because it's just, can you imagine that in real life? Like, in real life, you want to go like to work. It's like, no, you must pass us guardians. It's like, fuck off, I'm going to work.
And they're all like children with one Pokemon. It's like, fuck off.
But then you got that guy at the end who's like the self-appointed leader of the Nugget Bridge, and he's like, haha, I'm the you know, that is some guy who fucking loves like Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something. Like, you need to beat me at Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm the arbiter of this area. It's like,
why does poison powder keep missing? What is going on? Is there an ability but the game doesn't tell you or something?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's just shit. It could just be that wish.
4 on the bounce that Pamela's missed.
It could just be that wish, yeah.
It could be. Like, Wigglytuff doesn't have some weird steel typing that I'm not aware of. Just like...
Wigglytuff is a steel type, confirmed.
It's just the Johto version of Wigglytuff, steel and fairy. Oh no, Wigglytuff was still normal type, was it?
I think so, this one.
Because I can never remember between like the Blissey, like Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, and the Clefairy lines.
It made sense to put fairy types in, but there's never been a more obvious attempt, at least in Pokemon, to be like, man, we fucking screwed up the balancing. Just
and I want to point out before everyone in the comments says, oh god no, oh god no.
Yeah! The fucking Skrillex remix.
Yeah, I know that Clefairy was a fairy, just be quiet, but there was 3 different lines of Pokemon in Gen 1 that were like, look, we're cute pink thing. And some of them turned fairy and some of them didn't.
Normal typing. You just like, but when it's just so obvious, fuck, we made dragons way too powerful. We like, not even resistance, like no, a straight up immunity to dragon type.
Well, that's the thing is, there was one way to counter dragons, and it was use an ice type move, because obviously the other version is have a dragon type, but then you're weak against the dragon.
It's however's dragons. It's like, I get it, dragons are super powerful, it's super fucking annoying. It's like, why are they so powerful?
And speaking of a weird fairy type, here comes Granbull.
Man, that Pokemon's never fucking coming back. Like, Joe of Pokemon, I'm like, I'm not upset at not ending the game anymore. Granbull's one of them. I'm not upset that Granbull's not back here. I'm not upset that Love Disc is never coming back, because fuck it, it's Love Disc.
The only thing I'm ever upset about with Love Disc is the fact that it and a Mola aren't anything to do with each other.
An 11. Because then at least you could have made like gimmick sets with like an EVO like Love Disc.
Yeah. But yeah, Love Disc I do not give a shit about. Granbull when people say is like, yeah, I guess the only time it makes sense is when you get the Pikachu, Detective Pikachu movie, and they use like Snubbles and Granbulls as little Pokemon. I was like, yeah, fair enough. I can see like a little Detective Granbull dog.
Mm-hmm. Because they are like, they're supposed to be like based on lap dogs, I suppose, because they are like...
well, the little bulldogs, aren't they?
Yeah, like little French bulldogs. Speaking of which, like, Thoroughfare, man, that needs to come back.
Which one?
Like, that one, that was in, what's it now, X and Y? The one that's a dog, but it's like the one where you can style it.
Oh, yeah. That was a neat little idea.
And it had like the ability Fluffy.
And it had like 3 different forms depending on the haircut that you gave it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can get behind that.
Just style it out. Oh, look at Tangela. What a weird Pokemon. Like, when people defend Gen 1 of like having the best designs, like show them Tangela and View, dude. Like, fucking really.
Just vines with eyes and shoes.
How many Pokemon in Gen 1 were just ball?
Yeah.
Were just like round object with eyes on it.
And I find it really funny as well, that meme you always see with the Tangela of like, oh look, I opened up my drawer and found a wild Tangela. It's just all the wires just mangled together with some googly eyes put on it.
Yeah. Just like a scientific thing as well. Like, scientists have like done experiments. Like, if you put headphones in your pocket, there's like a 90% chance they'll become tangled. And they've done experiments on it because it's just something to do with like the way cables work.
Yeah.
And react in response to stimuli. Oh, do it. That's gutting that. It's like, oh, that Pokemon train's just seeing their Pokemon and just see his bat. Just in the air like a million foot. It's gonna fucking hurt when it lands.
Oh god, there we go. That Tangela was beefier than I thought.
It's quite a beefy Pokemon, isn't it?
I guess so. There we go. Oh, a Vaporeon.
Another bulky Pokemon.
Send it. Send out Pamela. She's got to get some XP.
Yeah, the best cry.
I love it. I think the only reason I love it is because I've heard it as your message tone for so long.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, to be fair, Vaporeon's cry. Pretty great.
It's one of the stronger ones.
Oh, Pamela. There we go. So have you been playing much Pokemon since we last
I haven't. I was about to say I've not played any Pokemon, so I have nothing to say about Pokemon. But I did see you posted that thing of your Pokemon journey.
Oh,
So
yeah.
don't explain that, because that was like a thing.
Oh yeah, literally, it was just a thing going around Twitter the other day of just people being like, oh, you know, draw a little path along these images of like, which Pokemon games did you play? So they just lined up all the images of, you know, here's Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, here's Gold, Silver, Crystal, and it's just, yeah, which games did you play out the whole line of the gens of Pokemon, I guess.
Yeah, and while that is interesting, I fucking hate those tweets. Because all I see, because I'm cynical and I know how content creation online works. All I see from that is someone wants to increase their interaction rates.
Of course they do, yeah.
For a sponsored post, because it's like, oh yeah, retweet this image with your. It's like, don't you see? Oh, what Pokemon games do you like? Like for red, retweet for yellow, or something like that.
Those are the worst ones, yeah.
Because and then you'll see them. I'm going to admit, every time I see anybody post something like that, I block them.
You see all of them. Like, all the corporate accounts do it, don't they?
Yeah,
like,
all the
you
time.
see, like, Xbox and PlayStation do it of, like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? Retweet for going outside and like for playing games inside. Or comment for both, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. It's like, I get it, but at the same time, it pisses me off to no end. So whenever I see that, all I think is the person asking doesn't actually care. They just want some online clout for that week.
Definitely, yeah.
Because they have a sponsored post coming up, or they're like speaking to a sponsor about.
And that's why I normally only interact with those kind of posts when it's something a bit more relevant to like what I normally talk about. For example, Pokemon. Like I see a bunch of them, and I'm like, oh, ignore. Like all the ones where it's just, what are your top 5 favorite games?
It's like,
like
we've talked before. Like whenever we get the icebreaker questions, we get asked constantly while streaming and stuff. Of just. Oh, like, what's your favourite game? It's like, why do you care? Ah.
But Karl, since I don't get user metrics inside of a conversation, do you want to like let us know what Pokemon games you played?
Red. It was red. And I didn't play yellow. I didn't play gold or silver until like years after the fact.
Oh, okay.
So I think I may have played gold because like a cousin gave me it, something like that.
Yeah.
And then it was ruby. And then I think black and white. Did black and white come before X and Y?
Yeah.
And then it was X. I think then X. I don't know which one of black or white I played. That's the thing. I have little attachment to them. Don't have much attachment to the other ones. And that's why I find weird about that. So they're basically the exact same fucking game.
Karl's just like, fuck it, it's Pokemon, I guess.
And when as well you don't care about the legendary.
Yeah.
That's the thing, me and you don't care about the box legendary, so like the games have even less. Like the differences between them mean even less to me.
And like, I often had like the third versions when I was growing up, but normally because they added gameplay improvements.
Or because they were the ones, because you couldn't get them on release. That's the one. I never got any of these games on release. I always got them like 2-3 years after they came out.
That's why I got Crystal, yeah, because it came out a year after Gold and Silver, and that's when my parents were like, oh, we can afford to get you a new Pokemon game.
It's a Christmas present, if anything.
Yeah.
If I was getting a new game at that age, it's a fucking Christmas present.
Yeah, Christmas or birthday present, like, you get a game for each, yeah. The standard.
No, I didn't get games for my birthday, because my birthday's like right after Christmas.
Oh, right, fair enough, yeah.
So it's like, no one's getting birthday presents.
I normally got, like, my birthday present, because again, mine's, like, January, so I normally got just a video game, but yeah, it's, like, always one of those things, isn't it? Of just like, well, I guess Crystal's already out, so you might as well buy me Crystal now. And to be fair, Crystal was the best one, because it let you play as a girl, so fuck it.
I don't get why it's not in every game.
I don't know. Because people are insecure, Karl.
So many men are. That Pokemon of all things.
Yeah.
Like the amount of people who attach their fucking ego to Pokemon of all the stuff to get like mad salty about. It's Pokemon.
It's like it's meant to be a fun, silly game where you collect cute Pokemon. It's like cool.
people are so fucking weird about Pokemon, man. My dowsing machine. Yeah.
I like how he went. Oh, I've heard there's a cave with incredibly powerful Pokemon nearby. Just left off screen is that cave, mate. You're staring at that cave. There's a guy in front of it.
Of course. Well, why is he there? What the? Oh, I know. I think it's isn't someone training there? Isn't
Go find out.
I think it's blue training inside of it.
Oh, is it?
I think so. Yeah, it's like the
Obviously,
champion.
in the last one, it was just, oh, you need all 8 badges.
Why would they say that?
I don't know.
That's what I mean. Like self-appointed arbiters.
Yeah.
Of like, no, you're not allowed in here because I say. It reminds me a little bit as a great story of what's it now? American media being fooled by something that was very, very silly, and it was. Do you know when like Prince Harry or whichever one of the princes had a baby last?
Yeah.
Every time that happens, American news media reports on a guy who stands outside the hospital and announces the sex of the baby. And it's like, oh yeah, well, this is the official like palace person who tells you the sex of the baby. It's not. It's just a guy who does it because he's obsessed with the royal family. But because he wears like a Beefeater costume, American news media keeps thinking he's real, which only encourages him to keep doing it. Because whenever they ask like the palace or someone from like British media, like, who is this? Like, he's a fucking nobody. He's just obsessed with the royal family. He wants attention.
Oh god.
And you keep.
So let's find out. The notorious Cerulean Cave.
Horribly powerful. Oh, all 8. Is it still like all 8?
Kanto gym leaders are allowed to challenge it.
Says who? Says who?
Who made that rule?
Yeah, who the fuck are you to tell me where I can and can't go?
To be fair, if it was Lance stood outside going, it's too dangerous.
Yeah, but
Be
it's
like,
just
okay, well, I just kicked your ass 20 minutes ago, but yeah, sure.
it's just some fucking dude who's like, you're not allowed in.
He's the equivalent. He's the Pokemon equivalent of that guy.
Yeah.
Or just, well, who decided that you get to make this? I did.
Like, remember where we used to like run the gaming society?
Oh yeah.
And they'd be like, we ran it. Like, we
Yeah.
were the people in charge of like it, and you had the people there. So, like, for context, me and Lucas, we met and like bonded in a video game playing society. It was just come in, play some fucking games.
Yeah.
Every single week, you'd have people there going, look, if you want to play, you need to do this, 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 and this, and we'd have to go over and tell them, look, people
That's
can play whatever
bullshit. Just fucking come in and play games.
Or like they'd go over and go, okay, you've had, it's winner stays on. And it's like, no, you just want to play fucking Street Fighter, 'cause you're good at it. People want to come in for a laugh.
Yeah.
And I remember having to kick people out of that society because they would be those dickheads who did not let people play games.
Exactly, and the entire point was, it's a relaxed place where anybody that likes playing any games can come and just chill out.
And you'd have people go over and just sit on the console all evening saying, well, it's winner stays on.
It's like, no, it's not. Just don't listen to those pricks. Let's
But
stop.
they'd act like they were in charge. It's like, well,
Yeah.
I play the most games. So Carl.
Yeah. It's like the, I think it was originally just like named a Mario Kart Society, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then more people was like, oh, we'll play Smash. And then it's like, oh, just fucking just play all kinds of video games.
Yeah.
But I just remember that those guys, and when I say those guys, everyone knows what I mean.
Oh,
Anyone who's played video games and like been to a place where video games are sold or played knows what kind of guy we mean.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the weird.
And if
fucking
you
dude.
don't, you might be that guy.
You might be. Because if you're thinking to yourself, well, winner stays on, that sounds fair, like fuck off.
Yeah.
Like that's
Is that-
fine if you are agreeing to play sets, but you're not. This is a society for people to come in and play Mario Kart and chill and have a cup of tea.
Yeah, exactly. The entire point was make friends, not play games. Like, it's just meet people who enjoy games, and they're there in the background. But there were some people who then took it far too seriously and came to just beat people at games.
Yeah, and then they would become like the self-imposed arbiter of the. Even though we were the people who ran the site, and it was all of our equipment, because I think between all of us we had like every console.
I think the actual like society itself technically owned the Wii, and apart from that, everything was just brought in by like us. Yeah.
And I'll still never forget our friend Rogan, who is 6'5" and weighs like 225 pounds, like solid fucking muscle. And someone there like threw his controller across the room because they were mad that they got beaten at Street Fighter. And he just walked up and went, "That's my fucking controller." And the person stood up, left the room, and then we never saw him again.
Yeah.
Ever. It's like, yeah, funnily enough, when you've got like a consequence to being a prick, you stop being a prick. It's like, oh god.
Yeah.
You just-
And it's just, why can't people just have fun?
The worst one was like, 'cause we had like a few girls who would turn up, and then you'd have like again those kind of guys grilling the girls about what games they play. It's like, I'm just here to play Pokemon.
Yeah, and
Like, I'm
you
here-
literally have to go over and just like, excuse me, stop being a bellend.
Yeah. It's like, oh, do you want a battle? It's like, no, I just commit a trade. I just want to like, I want like a Caterpie or something. I don't know, Caterpie. Like but they wanted a specific Pokemon and they come there for that. And again, those guys would come up and just grill them about their choice of games. Fuck off.
Yeah. Gatekeeping is bad, people.
No one likes it.
Don't do it. It's just the funniest thing, though, because you know there's people like that who do the exact same things we're talking about, but then go, oh man, it's just a shame that no girls ever play games.
They say it in their head, it's like, oh, it's a shame girls never play video games, and then every girl who plays it, well, you're not a proper gamer.
It's like, yeah, I wonder why they don't fucking admit they play games, do you?
Oh, God. Every time I think about that, it makes me laugh, and then also just like cringe inside of like, why?
Yeah, why are people like this?
Just remembering the guys who would just like go over to people playing the games, go, okay, I'm next, and then sitting there for half an hour and refusing to stand up.
Oh no, poor Charles just getting attacked by his own teammate.
If I remember rightly as well, it got to the point where there was like a guy there, or two guys specifically, who were so obnoxious about that. We'd bump into people on nights out and stuff who used to come to society, and we'd ask them why they didn't come back, and they'd say, oh, you know, I'd stopped, and we'd just say those guys' names. Yeah, it's them.
Yeah.
And we couldn't kick them out because, like,
yeah, just it's one of those things of, unless they specifically had like someone complain about them specifically to us, you can't do anything about it.
Like, you can't say someone can't come to a society because people don't like them.
Yeah. But if someone had come to us and been like, I want to put an official complaint in about them,
that's the thing.
Something, but
no one put a complaint in. They just stopped coming
because they couldn't be arsed with it.
And it's just, god damn it.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
It is. And it's really annoying because you know those guys never learned their lessons. I bumped into them years after the fact and they were still pricks about it.
Of course they were.
So I remember, like, my girlfriend at the time, a couple of years after the fact, was doing like a video game event.
Oh, okay.
For charity, which was just like come in and play video games, and one of those guys turned up.
Oh, God.
And they were playing fucking Tekken. And he was like, oh, he's like the number 7 guy. He brought his mate in, he's like one of the best people at Tekken in the country. And he didn't say a fucking word, beat everybody there, and then left.
Oh, of course. It's really funny because we often, when we stream on Twitch, like, we get people coming in, go, well, I really want to play with you guys. And sometimes people do want to just genuinely chill out and play. But you know there's also those other people that come in and go, I really want to show that I can beat you all.
Well, it's like...
I really want to show that I'm better than you.
When you stream Pokemon, and you said, oh, we're going to do gentleman's rules, and a guy came in and used like 6 Pokemon, and then Dynamax first turn Urshifu. It's like
because I think we said we're going to use like 4 Pokemon in doubles battles. We're not going to use legendary Pokemon, and we're not going to Dynamax. So they brought 6 Pokemon in, and I Dynamax their Urshifu, and it's like, fuck's sake.
And you know he sat at home going, yeah, I won.
And it's like, oh, okay, well, yeah.
Cool. Way to grow your community, bro.
It's like, well, I tried. It's like, I literally spell out these rules 30 seconds before they were playing with me. Like, multiple times over the night, but I, brought it up again before we picked our teams. Of like, look, just remember, guys, we're doing these rules. This is for fun. And then it's like, oh, yeah, no. Okay.
My favourite thing about that, though, is when that guy... the guy who played Tekken all the time, I couldn't beat him. Like, I'm not good enough to beat someone who fucking, like, their life is Tekken. Yeah. But the guy who went to the society, I could beat him. And I remember I picked Dragunov and just did, like, his bullshit option select of you either block low or you jump. Like, it's either you get grabbed or he hits low. It's basically some move of it. It's like 50-50. But I did it 5 times in a row. To his entire life bar, paused the game and went, I don't think I want to play you anymore. And he got so fucking mad. Because when I paused the game and went, I don't think we're on the same level as a piss take, he just stood up and went, well, I win because you paused the game. I'm like, mate, I want a drink.
And there was that time we put on like a casual tournament of a few games, and one of our mates beat somebody with Ken, just like back throwing.
Like all he did was forward throw in a row, and the guy got super mad. Like, well, you wouldn't have beaten me if you didn't keep spamming throwing. He went, well, just can take the throw.
Yeah, just like hit me out of it.
Is that how is it how is it like a dunk on me to say that, oh, you would have lost if you didn't win?
Yeah.
That's basically what he was saying, isn't it? If you hadn't
all you did was walk forward and throw, and for some reason I didn't beat you, but that's not fair.
You wouldn't have beaten me if you didn't do the same tactic over and over and over again. So why, if you know I'm going to do it, why not block it?
Yeah. The ultimate mind games, Karl. I just, you know what I'll never expect? Another forward throw.
And we still talk about that so fondly because of how mad the guy got. Because he was there trying to insist that, no, I'm better than you. It's like, well, the windscreen says like 3-0. And we were like, obviously, because our friends, like, we didn't like this guy. This is a different guy, but there were a couple people who did it.
Well, it was. I don't even think it was that originally. I think it was just a guy playing. And then we only didn't like him because of the reaction that he had.
Because he was super salty about losing.
I think it was just some random guy that we didn't really know. And then all of a sudden he just started giving our friend abuse because he couldn't handle a throw.
Yeah, he couldn't beat me Street Fighter.
And if anyone plays Street Fighter, you know that just walking towards your opponent and throwing is not a good tactic.
It's not now. That's the thing, so he kept trying to do combos, but every time like he messed up a combo, Charlie would just like walk up forward throw. Because forward throw just set damage, and the guy got so mad, and it was so fucking funny. It's like, it's a video game, get over it.
God. I love that shit. So yeah, Karl, we beat the Nugget Bridge, not Bridge guy. Cool.
So I am the arbiter of this bridge. It's like, fuck you. Who give you permission to say that? Your Pokemon are really strong. I don't care.
The Sea Cottage builds house.
The thing is, well, it builds cottage. What about if you like build your granddad? If you know Bill, and every time you go there, some dickhead kid's like, but you need to beat us in Pokemon. It's like, fuck off.
Okay, so he wants to see a Lickitung. Well, I don't have a Lickitung, mate.
No one cares.
I don't. Do you want to just do a quick Google of Bill's granddad?
Okay, Bill's granddad, Lickitung.
Is it worth going to find a Lickitung to get one?
That is a hell of a search, that isn't it? Bill's granddad, Lickitung. Let's have a look. Bill's... Is it his granddad, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Lickitung. Let's have a look. Bill's grandfather, Bulbapedia. Look at that. Thank you, Bulbapedia.
If it's like he gives you a second EV, I'd be like, oh.
No, he gives you stones. So he gives you an Everstone if you show him a Lickitung, a Firestone if you show him a Vulpix or a Growlithe. So based on what he wants to see, you can get one of the stones. So this is a place you can farm stones.
So we can finally get a Firestone, but now the Pokemon that we wanted to give them
is like
don't want it in the Pokemon team anymore. It's like,
yeah, great. Just let us fucking buy them. It's so stupid. Just let us buy them. Why? Why is this a thing?
Karl, you know what I've just realised?
What's that?
There's the daycare centre below Cerulean. Did we ever leave any Pokemon in the daycare back in Johto?
Don't know. Joe as well, I don't care.
Well, I'm tempted to just go to see how many levels they went up.
I don't know if we ever did.
I don't know if we did.
Because I think we mentioned maybe doing it, but then realised sometimes they teach your Pokemon new moves.
Ah, yeah.
And we weren't sure if they did that in this generation or not. People can correct us if we're wrong, but at the same time, I don't care.
Oh, cool. Apparently there's a sinister shadow like following us.
Here's a cleanse. That means we're being haunted.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I want to be haunted.
Oh wow, this location is no longer a daycare then.
Being haunted sucks. What happened to all the Pokemon?
So I guess we have to go to the power.
I guess so.
Plant?
So I was talking to this about a friend of mine. I was talking to it about it with a friend of mine. One of the things about lockdown that has really made me uncomfortable is what happened to the guinea pigs. Do you know, like stores where they sell pets? It's been 9 months now without any of them being open.
Oh no.
What about the guinea pigs?
Oh no, Karl.
I need to know. Are they okay?
I don't want to know, I don't think.
Exactly. Are they okay?
I hope so.
It better be.
I hope there's just pet shop owners that during lockdown have had to just look after 300 Pokemon.
300
Pokemon? Pets. But fuck it, guinea pigs are Pokemon, why not?
Yeah, no, yeah.
I just saw Pokemon on the screen and went, yeah, guinea pigs are Pokemon. But man, imagine walking into that person's house. There's just like floor to ceiling, just little, cages and whatnot with guinea pigs in, little tanks.
Just the wee.
It's like, what happened? The store's closed. Someone's got to look after
noise, man. The noise that guinea pigs make.
The noise of 2 guinea pigs is quite loud.
So my sister had a guinea pig. She had like 3. And she had She had one that was so fucking fat. It was so fat. It would just like, it would come in and attack you.
That's the weird thing, because I know a couple of people with guinea pigs, and like every time there's always just one just beefy bully of the group.
Yeah, every time.
There's always one that just goes around clearly stealing the other guinea pig's food.
It was so aggressive. I really didn't like how aggressive it was. It made me uncomfortable. It was such an aggressive guinea pig, Lucas. Like, it would come out of its cage and headbutt you if you didn't feed it.
Oh, God.
I've never seen the confidence on this guinea pig.
Oh, God. I really want to know why we're not fighting any... Well, there's a Raichu coming out, but we're barely fighting fully evolved Pokemon.
Oh, fuck it. It makes it so annoying. Like, it's so hard to level up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raichu. Oh, Raichu's going to try and do something. It's not going to work. Oh, look at its damage.
Fair enough. You got your hit in Raichu. You did it.
Because we've got Earthquake, so we're fucking winning. That's the thing. You're not winning if we do an Earthquake.
That is a weird thing, isn't it? Of Earthquake from Gen 1 as just still, to this day, one of the most used moves in the game.
Yeah, 100% accuracy.
100 power, 100 accuracy, and it's a ground type. Yeah, that'll do.
Fucking incredible. And it makes sense, because it's like a move called Earthquake. You couldn't make it any weaker. But the fact that so many Pokemon can learn it. I think what they need to do is like not make the move worse, just make it so the pool of Pokemon that can learn it is smaller, so that it becomes like more
less
special.
oppressive. Yeah.
And then just give like, you know, what, the 80 damage like magnitude or something. Like, let those other moves that are not as good but have secondary effects come into play. Because why would you ever pick anything but Stone Edge and Earthquake?
Rock Slide, obviously, as well, yeah.
Like, the thing, like, Stone Edge does so much damage.
But then Rock Slide, if you're like, in doubles, and it can flinch. And, yeah. But
that's like one of the few examples where actually picking the one that does less damage is useful.
Yeah.
I want that more.
Exactly, yeah.
Why would you ever use any other ground move than Earthquake if your Pokemon can learn Earthquake?
So again, I don't mind the whole thing with, you know, the primary elements of, like, fire, water. They all have, like, the Fire Blast, or the Flamethrower, the Hydro Pump, or the, like, Scald. Or, actually, what's the grass equivalent?
It's like Petal Dance or Power Whip, depending on whether it's...
I guess so, yeah. But then you got Solar Beam, which is like 2 turns.
Oh yeah,
and then,
Solar Beam and Solar Blade.
Then you got like Thunder and Thunderbolt, and it's like you can take the power or the accuracy, and I don't mind that because I always go for the lower power but 100% accuracy.
Because I'd rather like hit every turn than miss one.
Yeah. But obviously, there's some people who are like, fuck it, I'm gonna go and just risk it. And like for example, my Galvantula, because it's got Compound Eyes. Yeah. Like, well, that boosts the accuracy a bit. I'll take the risk on Thunder.
That's the classic one, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Or like a Butterfree with a Compound Eyes Hurricane.
Yeah. And it's always one of those, that little 10 or like 11% boost or whatever that Compound Eyes gives. Like 11 accuracy boost, I think it might be.
Yeah. It is worth it.
Just helps enough to make it, you know what, when it's 80-something% accuracy, I'll take that risk on Thunder. But yeah, it's very strange that in Pokemon, normally, when you look at a Pokemon and it's like, oh, well, what sets are moved on this Pokemon? It's like, well, this one set. Like, these are the 4 moves you give that Pokemon.
Yeah, unless you want to have like some utility, you can like, your attacking moves are virtually always the same. It's like, do you want a boosting move?
Yeah, sure. Like, do you want 4 attacking moves or a boosting move as well? Like,
or do you want to give it Taunt?
Yeah.
Like, again, even when it comes to like status moves, like 3 different status moves like Taunt. Do you want Taunt or Protect? But they're like the other, like, and again.
And obviously, there's support Pokemon and there's prankster Pokemon and stuff that don't play that game and are a bit more based around like just pure utility.
Yeah, what's prankster?
Pranksters. Oh, fuck's sake! God damn it, Carl! You got me.
Trying to mention that. It's really funny. Crap me.
You know what? You can, Carl.
Okay.
You broil.
Right. If it wasn't already evident, just from like everything we talk about in regards to Pokemon, like mentioning competitive stuff, like me and Luca fucking know about some Pokemon. We know, and just we always like every time one of these episodes goes up. I don't see like the comments as much as you do, obviously your channel, but
exactly.
We will see someone give us like a completely fucking pointless bit of advice in big air quotes, That it's just like, who is this for? 'Cause it's clearly not for us
Yeah.
because we know, but it's presented as if like it is like sage wisdom. We should be like,
It's like, dear
yeah.
Karl and Lucas, you need to know what this ability does. It's like, well, the game tells me what the ability does.
Yeah, and one that cracked us up is just a guy who left a comment saying, "Here, my favorite ability is Prankster. Here's what it does," as if we wouldn't know what Prankster is.
And I don't know whether that's in an episode where we literally talk about what Prankster does or not, but we've obviously mentioned it in this playthrough already, if anyone's been following the playthrough.
As when we're talking about like doubles tactics and things like that.
Yeah.
I mentioned I talked about like Sableye.
Yeah.
I mentioned a tactic using like a Sableye with Quash and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like a tricky one of those.
The good old Whimsicott.
But they're just explaining what it is. Like, what?
It's like, fair enough if you're going to try and explain, oh, here's a unique tactic, but when it's just explaining what the game tells
what
us.
the actual ability is. It's like you're telling us what the game itself has already said.
Yeah. It's a weird one.
And it's that weird trend we've mentioned of like people telling us things when we like play video games. Like backseat gaming, I fucking hate it. Because generally it is people telling us stuff the game itself will tell you if you've played it and paid attention.
Well, yeah, you like brought up before where somebody just told you how, like, if you press like left bumper
in
Titanfall, this is what the ability does. It's like, yeah, it says that on the Titan select screen.
Like, this is a piece of information you can't miss. Like, I saw it when I picked it.
Oh, Karl, what do we get rid of?
Ooh, Lava Plume. I'd say Rock Throw.
Keep the ancient power?
Yeah, keep the ancient
power. Oh, Rock Throw is only 50 power, yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of, like, just going for weird effects, like, a full 6 boost. It's 10%, but still.
Yeah. And that is one of my favourite moves, solely because you can give it to Green Grace Pokemon like Togekiss, and you've got a 20% chance of raising all of your stats by 1.
She's really good. Like 20% doesn't sound that great to you. I was like, it's most moves that I could do paralysis and stuff is like only 30%, and people generally think they're worth it.
Yeah, well, I think Scald is like a 30% chance to burn,
and it's one of the best water moves in the game. People will pick it over Hydro Pump for that burn chance.
Yeah,
because it's like guaranteed like damage and a 30% chance to burn.
And I can't tell you how many times that, I've got a Togekiss and made it a little bit bulky, as most people do. And the amount of times it's survived a couple of hits and then got a boost off Ancient Power, and it's like, well, cool, just roost back up to full health then.
Yeah, and now I've just got like all my stats.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
It's like, this was already an infuriating Pokemon to fight, now it's boosted in every stat, good luck.
It's like, yeah, eat my dick.
Now, it's really funny because I, growing up, was not only, one of the many, many, many majority of people. Oh, yeah. There we go. Slugma's evolving.
Yeah! Actually, stop him from evolving. Stop.
Why?
Because I'm pretty sure it learned like a super powerful move, like one level after it's supposed to evolve.
Do you want to just double check that?
I'm going to double check it, yeah, because I'm pretty sure it learned something like Flamethrower, maybe. So it's Slugma, yes?
Slugma, indeed. But yeah, I always went for the sweeper Pokemon, as everyone always does.
Yeah.
But not only that, I hated people that used like weird stall tactics and stuff.
But now you fucking love stall tactics.
I really do, and because people get so annoyed by it.
And as well, it's just more interesting than just one move kill.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we have. What level is it now?
I think it just turned to level 37.
Yeah, so it learns 38 you must have, because it learns Lava Plume at 38, but it learns Rock Slide at 41.
Oh, okay.
And if it evolves, though, I'm going to double check now into Macargo.
Oh, yeah, just hit level 38, sorry.
Yeah, which is when it evolves. If we keep it at that level till 41, it will learn Rock Slide. Macargo will learn Rock Slide naturally at 45. Actually, that's not too bad.
No, that's not too bad, but it's worth it to just keep the Slugma
because Rock
in
Slide,
the back of our party. It's not exactly getting used at level 38 anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. It learns Flamethrower, but I think Lava Plume just sounds like the cooler move, especially for the Pokemon that is like the Lava Slug.
Yeah.
So already we've got a pretty solid Fire-type move.
Yeah, Lava Plume's a pretty good move.
I think it's like 80 damage, and then like the usual like 20-30% chance for burn.
Yeah, we can have a check what Lava Plume does to do.
Oh, I can do that. I can do that right now. Yeah, I was thinking. I'm saying that out loud when I've got. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, it's 30% chance to burn, which is pretty good. It also hits all adjacent Pokemon, including Pokemon on your side of the field. So I'm looking at that move. Let's have a look now. What Pokemon can learn that in Gen 8? Because
Are you thinking of Flash Fire?
I'm thinking of Flash Fire, which people don't know. If your Pokemon gets hit by a Fire type move, it does 50% more with their Fire type move that turn.
Oh, really? Is that what it does? Because it's never said that in game.
Yeah. I'll double check. I'll double check which Pokemon have it.
Because I remember Rapidash is a pretty obvious one where Rapidash has Flash Fire.
Yes. Oh yeah, it makes the Pokemon's Fire type moves increase by 50%.
Yeah.
So you got me with it as well, Lucas. But if you put like a Lava Plume on, here we go, just the Flareon. The thing is though, it can learn Lava Plume and it's also got Flash Fire. Dang.
Oh yeah, it does, yeah.
So let's see, if we put it on a Flareon. So if we give like Lava Plume to a Flareon, because the thing is, Flareon is like a mixed a physical attacker. So what can learn Flash Fire? Oh, Colossal can learn it, but Colossal's not really that great. Chandelure can learn it though. So if you put a Flareon on your team with a Chandelure, and then Chandelure can learn, like, was it Heat Wave, which affects all adjacent Pokemon too?
No, Heat Wave just hits both Pokemon. It's like Rock Slide.
Is it?
It doesn't hit your team, it just hits the other two.
Oh, that's good, great then, that's even better. So that'd be a tactic of like double Fire type. Flareon uses a Lava Plume. But the only thing is though, Lava Plume's not going to go first, it'll be like a Quick Claw or something.
Can Lava Plume be learned by Flareon?
Yes, it can.
Well, Lava Plume would go first because Chandelure's really slow.
Is it? I thought Chandelure was super fucking fast.
I don't think so. I think it's quite like a bulky, slow Pokemon with really high special attack.
Let's have a look.
If I'm remembering right, there's a lot of Pokemon.
Oh, base speed 80, so it's pretty.
Oh, okay. So
pretty fast.
Probably about the same speed as a Flareon.
Flareon
might be 90.
No, Flareon's 65.
Flareon's 65 is that slow.
Yeah. That's an interesting tactic, I suppose. The annoying thing is that
you could surely find a couple of Pokemon
something
where,
to do.
Yeah, instead of having like a Flareon do it, find a slightly faster Pokemon.
But the annoying thing is the only other Pokemon that learn it in Gen 8 is like Groundon, Heatran, Entei. It's like, for fuck's sake, stop giving already amazing Pokemon better moves.
Why are they all level 16?
How are we supposed to level up in this world? What are we actually supposed to do about this?
Fucking just shove rare candies down Meganium's throat.
Eat it.